Yeah. Excited about the crowd that was here and that we were able to get the first game of the year under our belt. We have a lot of home games this year. So excited what we can do collectively to make this a really tough place to play. I thought we did some really good things today, both offensively and defensively, but just in stretches. I think as the season progresses, that's something that as a coach you always want to see those stretches get extended and ultimately into 40 minutes. And that's where the work in lies, right? So give Lindenwood a lot of credit. They made some good adjustments. They made some tough shots, and no, it's good to start out the season 1-0. Yeah, I think they clearly did a good job in preparation. I think the first game of the year is always difficult because you don't know if the coaching staff changed the style of play, who's injured, who's not, the rotations, things of that nature. So regardless, it's always a tough game to start the year, and a lot of the important stuff is the in-game adjustments, really that first media timeout and then halftime, what major changes you make. So it's always an interesting game from that standpoint. I think the big thing was stop fouling. We were, early in the year, officials are going to call it tight. We know that. We talked about that. Some of our fouls were effort wise, so it's there's that first game jitters kind of stuff, but nonetheless, we have to be really good about not fouling because I thought we kind of let them off the hook in the first quarter with all the free throws that they shot. So moving forward, obviously it's going to be a point of emphasis. And, the good thing is the second quarter, we held them to 8 points and we did a much better job making that adjustment. So it's just a matter of continuing to play smart, play disciplined, and execute the game plan. Yeah, I think it's nice when you have a presence in the paint, right? And what I liked about it is that they were good blocks. We were staying on the ground. We were using our size. We were using our speed. We were using our athleticism, and we were using our discipline. And I think sometimes when you have, let's say, natural shot blockers, it's really easy to get into a groove where you just want to go get everything. But the fact is, teams are going to prepare for that. They're going to try and set you up, and we did get in some fouls, but I thought overall we did a good job of keeping our cool, staying down, and really making Lindenwood earn it. To be honest with you, I think it's more a characteristic of our players as individuals. Lachelle had 7 assists tonight. I thought she played a really, really nice floor game. She only had 2 turnovers. So with her on the floor, we were plus 15. She did a really nice job of kind of balancing the game out and finding her opportunities to be aggressive. So I think this is a group that we missed a lot of bunnies today. I mean, I say only, we had 13 assists. We had 17 assists the other day, but we missed some bunnies today that, we could have easily probably scored more in the, I would say 80 to 85 range. And again, that's part of that first game. So we'll work on it. Our players will watch the film. And, it's something that next game you want to make sure you improve, see that field goal percentage go up and see our assist numbers go up. Defense is always going to be a huge factor. It's something that we take great pride in. It's something that we are going to have to keep developing. We spent quite a bit of time on offense this offseason. So I think what's nice is I think we held them to 56 today. They shot 38% from the field. So, from a number standpoint, that's solid, but there's so much room to improve with this group. And as we get healthier and we get more practices and more games under our belt, I think you'll see our defense and offense continue to take strides. Tough. Thought we were tough. I think there's different forms of toughness, and there were moments where I think our lack of depth hurt us a little bit, and we lost some toughness. But if you were to ask me for 40 minutes, I'd say this team played tough overall, and that's so much of winning at this level and in our conference is you got to be tougher than the opponent. Now, are we where we want to be on the toughness level? No, and we'll work on that in practice here in a couple days. But there's effort, there's execution, and there's toughness. And overall, I liked what I saw from a lot of our players.
I mean, it's a good feeling because last year, we didn't have it the way that we wanted to. So like this year, every game I say like it's a statement for me because last year they didn't get to see the real me. Being a good leader, looking for my teammates, scoring when I have to, defending, just keeping us all together. I mean, it boosts my confidence, like when I get the assist. So I know like it boosts my teammates' confidence. Like she believes in me. One extra pass, the best shot. I don't have it. Yeah. I mean, we played pretty good. Every team is not going to be 100% together right now. Like we still have things that we have to work on to achieve what we want. So we'll just be in the gym getting better. Film wise, like we'll be watching it with our coaches, just preparing. Like we were in the locker room talking about like what we have to fix as a team. So I think that kind of gave us like a point of view of like where we want to go towards leading practices into the game. It was great. First game of the season, opening game was pretty good.